Hello there and welcome to Apex Salesforce tutorials. Let's dive together into the journey of Salesforce interviews further. Before that, I would like to appreciate your love and support by subscribing with us and sharing our channel and videos among your mates. Get ready for the integration interview question session. Today we're diving into the most crucial integration interview questions that every Salesforce developer needs to know. This is one of the part of our series tailored for beginners and experienced. First question is, what is integration? Integration is a process of connecting two or more applications. Enterprise system uses many applications, many or most of which are not designed to work with one another out of the box. Each application can have data, business logic, presentation, and security layers, all of which are possible targets for integration. Integration involves connecting two or more applications to enable them to communicate and share data seamlessly. In an enterprise system, various applications often operate in silos, making integration crucial for streamlining processes and ensuring data consistency across systems. What are web services? Web service is a standardized medium to propagate communication between the client and server applications on the World Wide Web. Web services provide a common platform that allows multiple applications built on various programming languages to have the ability to communicate with each other. Web services provide a standardized means for communication between client and server applications over the internet. They facilitate interoperability between applications built on different programming languages by using open standards like XML, SOAP, and HTTP. Web services can be categorized into SOAP and RESTful based on their architecture. Web services are functionality or code which helps us to do integration. Web services are open standard, XML, SOAP, HTTP, etc. based web applications that interact with other web applications for the purpose of exchanging data. Type of web service. There are mainly two types of web services: SOAP web services, RESTful web services. Difference between JSON versus XML. JSON, JavaScript object notation, and XML, extensible markup language, are both popular formats used for representing structured data in web applications and APIs. While they serve similar purposes, there are notable differences between them. JSON is a lightweight data interchange format that is easy to read and write for humans, as well as parse and generate for machines. It is primarily used for representing objects and data structures in a hierarchical format. JSON supports various data types such as strings, numbers, objects, arrays, and Boolean values. Keys in JSON are enclosed in double quotes, and values can be of any data type. Objects are denoted by curly braces in signs, while arrays are represented by square brackets. On the other hand, XML is a markup language that uses tags to define the structure and content of data items. It is more verbose and structured compared to JSON, making it suitable for representing complex hierarchical data. XML documents consist of elements, attributes, and text content enclosed within tags. Elements are defined using start and end tags. Content, while attributes provide additional metadata within elements, and XML also supports namespaces, allowing for the differentiation of elements with the same name in different contexts. Retrieving values from JSON is generally easier and more straightforward compared to XML due to its simpler syntax and hierarchical structure. JSON does not provide built-in support for namespaces, making it less suitable for scenarios requiring namespace-aware processing. However, JSON is considered less secure than XML, especially when used in cross-site scripting (XSS) vulnerabilities, as it allows for executable code to be embedded within data. In summary, JSON and XML are both widely used formats for representing structured data, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. JSON is favored for its simplicity, ease of use, and compatibility with modern web technologies, while XML remains prevalent in scenarios requiring robust schema validation and namespace support. What is REST API? A REST API is also known as RESTful API. REST API is an application programming interface API that conforms to the constraints of REST architectural style and allows for interaction with RESTful web services. REST, representational state transfer. API is an architectural style for designing networked applications. It uses HTTP methods like GET, POST, PUT, and DELETE to perform CRUD operations on resources identified by URIs. REST APIs are lightweight, scalable, and well-suited for web and mobile applications. RESTful API is an interface that two computer systems use to exchange information securely over the internet. REST API has a lightweight request and response framework. It is a simple, easy-to-use, and powerful web service based on RESTful principles. REST API supports both XML and JSON. REST resource is referenced using URI, abstraction of information, and access using HTTP methods. What is SOAP API? SOAP is the Simple Object Access Protocol, a messaging standard defined by the World Wide Web Consortium and its member editors. SOAP uses an XML data format to declare its request and response messages, relying on XML schema and other technologies to enforce the structure of its payloads. SOAP API is a messaging protocol for exchanging structured information. In the implementation of web services, it uses XML for message formatting and relies on WSDL, Web Services Description Language, for defining service contracts. SOAP APIs are commonly used in enterprise integrations due to their strong typing and formal contracts. It uses a Web Services Description Language (WSDL) file to rigorously define the parameters for accessing data through the API. SOAP API supports XML only. Because SOAP API uses the WSDL file as a formal contract between the API and consumer, it's great for writing server-to-server integrations. Difference between SOAP and REST. SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol, and REST, Representational State Transfer, are two contrasting architectural styles for designing web services. While both are commonly used for integrating systems and exchanging data over the internet, they differ in several key aspects. 1. Protocol and architecture. SOAP API relies on the SOAP protocol for message exchange, which typically uses XML for data formatting. It follows a strict protocol with predefined rules for message structure and communication. REST API, on the other hand, is based on the REST architectural style, which uses standard HTTP methods like GET, POST, PUT, and DELETE for data manipulation. It leverages the simplicity and flexibility of the HTTP protocol. 2. Data transport format. SOAP API transports data using XML, a markup language that provides a structured and typed representation of data. XML messages include header and body sections and adhere to a specific schema defined in a WSDL, Web Services Description Language file. REST API allows for the transport of data in either JSON, JavaScript Object Notation, or XML format. JSON is preferred for its lightweight and human-readable syntax, making it well-suited for web and mobile applications. 3. Data structure. SOAP messages are highly structured and typed, meaning they require strict adherence to predefined data types and schemas. This structured approach ensures consistency and reliability, but can result in larger, more verbose messages. REST data is less structured and more flexible, allowing for a variety of data formats and structures. While this can lead to less bulky messages, it also means there is less standardization and validation of data. 4. Handling large data loads. SOAP APIs are designed to handle large data loads efficiently, making them suitable for enterprise applications where data integrity and reliability are paramount. REST APIs are lightweight and work well with JavaScript and other modern web technologies. They are often favored for mobile applications and scenarios where simplicity and performance are key. 5. Target audience. SOAP APIs are traditionally designed with large enterprise applications in mind, where strict protocols and standardized messaging are essential for interoperability and security. REST APIs are more versatile and can be tailored to different use cases, including mobile devices, IoT, Internet of Things devices, and web applications. And what is WSDL? WSDL, Web Services Description Language, is an XML document that describes a web service. There are two types of WSDL in Salesforce: Enterprise WSDL Partner. WSDL is an XML-based language used to describe web services and their capabilities. In Salesforce, there are two types of WSDL: Enterprise WSDL, which reflect the specific configuration of the Salesforce organization, and Partner WSDL, which is more generic and suitable for partner integrations. Yeah, what is the difference between Enterprise WSDL and Partner WSDL? Enterprise WSDL and Partner WSDL are two types of WSDL files provided by Salesforce for integrating external systems with its platform. They serve different purposes and cater to different audiences. One, strongly typed versus loosely typed. Enterprise WSDL generates a strongly typed WSDL file that reflects the specific configuration of the Salesforce organization, including custom objects, fields, and data types. This provides a comprehensive view of the organization's data model and facilitates seamless integration. Partner WSDL generates a loosely typed WSDL file that is more generic and does not include organization-specific details. It is suitable for integrating with multiple Salesforce organizations or for building applications that need to be agnostic to specific configurations. 2. Tied to organization configuration. Enterprise WSDL is tightly coupled to the configuration of a specific Salesforce organization. Any changes to custom objects, fields, or data types in the organization will result in updates to the generated WSDL file. Partner WSDL is not tied to any specific organization and remains unchanged even if customizations are made to the Salesforce configuration. It provides a consistent interface for integrating with different Salesforce instances. 3. Primary audience. Enterprise WSDL is primarily intended for customers who want to integrate their Salesforce organization with external systems while leveraging their specific data model and customizations. Partner WSDL is designed for partners and developers who are building applications or integrations that need to be compatible with multiple Salesforce organizations without relying on organization-specific details. What is SoapUI? How to use SoapUI to test Salesforce web service? SoapUI is a very popular API testing tool, especially when we talk about SOAP APIs. SoapUI is a widely used API testing tool that supports SOAP-based web services. It provides a user-friendly interface for creating, executing, and validating SOAP requests and responses. SoapUI is especially useful for testing Salesforce SOAP APIs, such as Enterprise WSDL and Partner WSDL. SoapUI can be used to test Salesforce web services by importing the WSDL file provided by Salesforce and creating SOAP requests based on the service operations defined in the WSDL. Test cases can be created to simulate various scenarios and validate the functionality of the web service endpoints. Different types of integration patterns in Salesforce. 1. Remote process invocation, request and reply. A scenario: Salesforce invokes a process on a remote system and waits for completion of that process. It then tracks the state based on the response received from the remote system. Explanation: this pattern is suitable when Salesforce needs to trigger a process in an external system and requires a response to proceed further. For example, initiating an order fulfillment process in an external ERP system and updating the order status in Salesforce based on the response. 2. Remote process invocation, fire and forget. Scenario: Salesforce invokes a process in a remote system but does not wait for completion of the process. Instead, the remote process acknowledges the request and hands off control back to Salesforce. Explanation: in scenarios where immediate response is not required or where long-running processes are involved, this pattern allows Salesforce to trigger actions in external systems without waiting for the result. For example, triggering an email notification in a marketing automation platform without waiting for delivery confirmation. 3. Batch data synchronization. Scenario: data stored in Salesforce needs to be synchronized with an external system periodically, with updates in both directions performed in a batch manner. Explanation: this pattern is commonly used for scenarios where large volumes of data need to be synchronized between Salesforce and an external system at regular intervals. It ensures data consistency and avoids the overhead of real-time synchronization. Thank you for diving into the world of Salesforce with us. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and hit that subscribe button for more amazing Salesforce tutorials. Remember to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Happy Salesforce learning!